Meaningfully engaging families in improving TANF programs means that families must trust that the program wants their honest opinion and will take steps to improve the program because of it. TANF and related programs have many program rules and risks for families to lose their benefits. This can cause families to mistrust the program. This video will focus on how you can establish and maintain trust so you can meaningfully engage families to improve programs. Let's first define family input. Family input is when programs collect and use input from the families they serve to improve their programs. It goes beyond a simple satisfaction survey that collects a participant's feedback about a service. Staff can collect and use family input throughout the program improvement process to better understand a problem, identify an opportunity for change, and co-design solutions. Today we will hear from the director of a tribal TANF program. We'll also hear from the director of a state child support program who helped start a statewide child support community advisory council a few years ago. Why is building trust between families and staff important?
I think it's very important only because to be able to get feedback to improve program, you have to be able to have that trust with our families and for them to be able to have trust, right? To provide that feedback, they have to feel like they are being heard and that that feedback is going to be able to go somewhere and that they're just not kind of giving information for it to just sit somewhere and that they're just kind of getting lip service from us. So if we want our families to be able to comply or participate in our program, they have to trust us. This is really important because we can only get better if the people that are using it are telling us how it could be better.
How do you build trust with families?
I think acknowledging mistakes, start by acknowledging any mistakes or shortcomings they may have contributed to the breakdown of that trust. I think sometimes our participants don't think we do that. We're program people. We don't make mistakes. The biggest key is that acknowledging mistakes and owning up to them.
And then I think it's also really important that whenever you are engaging people and asking them to share their stories for the betterment of your program, that you circle back around with them and let them know what happened with that information. I think too often it's easy for us to fall into a trap where we ask and we might do some stuff, but we never really circle back around and follow up with whoever it is that is providing us that information. And folks want to know that they're making a difference and that them telling their story was worth it for whatever reason. And so I don't underestimate just the power of making sure folks know that we appreciate their time, potentially re-traumatizing themselves, and their willingness to contribute to the greater good of broader policy changes based on their experiences. And we owe them something in return, not just financially, but also programmatically.
What advice would you give other programs and staff about building trust with families?
When we first started designing the way the council would work, it was pre-COVID. And so we were planning for them to be in-person meetings. And we were considering everything from, what can I do for, helping them cover gas to get to the meeting to covering childcare so that they could fully participate in the meeting if that was a barrier. And so I think it is really a positive way to build trust when you are working with folks with lived experience to demonstrate that you've thought about some of these things and that you are willing to figure out how to make those things happen if they are needed for someone to fully participate.
For more information about how programs can engage families for program feedback, check out the Family Input Resources Toolkit, developed by the Family Input Study Team and a workgroup of TANF and child support administrators, practitioners, and people with lived experience in the programs. This work is part of the TANF and Child Support Moving Forward Further Incorporating Family Input Study, sponsored by the Office of Planning, Research, and Evaluation. This video was produced with support from Project Improve, sponsored by the Office of Family Assistance.